question is from Kristen Ballard from Elizabethtown. Can you tell us some specific areas of the budget that could be cut to fund future educational platforms?
Okay. As I said, there are $2 billion paid out in personal service contracts. This is where the government pays your tax dollars out to people to do work that needs to be done on behalf of the state. Now, 90% of the money that Steve Beshear has taken in campaign contributions comes from people who do business with the state. Duh, they want to be repaid. They're looking for a return on their money. So I think that we can take, by casting a broad net, I think we can take $1 billion away from those personal service contracts and not only fund my Commonwealth Incentive Program, and not only fund my laptop computer, or our laptop computer, and I'll introduce my Lieutenant Governor candidate here in just a minute, we'll have money left over to go after Medicaid and some of these pensions and retirement funds, and then health care, hopefully, fund the county health departments. But the programs in general, yeah, let's see, we paid Arkansas to develop an economic development program for the state of Kentucky. We're 47th, they're 48th. we paid them several $1 million to develop this program for us. We've got Passport, which is managed care and health care in an attempt to take down the cost of Medicaid and meet our budgetary considerations. That was given to an out-of-state corporation. If we're going to be spending money, we ought to at least be spending it on Kentucky corporations to get this done instead of sending it out of state. I can tell you there are thousands of contracts being given out to attorneys, to architect firms, to special interest folks, names that you'll never hear of, who don't do anything for the state, but they're receiving billions of dollars, or hundreds, millions of dollars in your tax dollar. I've got a line item veto. I'm going to go through and try to take a look at every one of those contracts or have that whole situation audited. We will discover where the waste is going, and we will put an end to it.
None of the personal service contracts are lined out. They're all the responsibility of the government. They're not in the budget. But I will tell you that the contracts that bother me the worst are the ones for legal services, where you get these large law firms that are the largest contributors to these races, and they expect a return. So I think that that's one area. But let me be brutally honest. Any efficiency that the next governor and the legislature comes about in January is not going to be used to spend any extra money on anything. The governor's not telling you the truth. He's not telling the public the truth about the financial situation that our state is in right now. He claims there's money in the rainy day fund. There's no money in the rainy day fund that didn't have to go there because there was a little bit of extra money that came in. There's no extra money in the budget. You know, the bottom line of it is he's already spending bond payments for current expenses, and that's called restructuring. The bottom line of it is all this. There's about a $650 million structural problem, actual deficit, in this budget that's going to have to be addressed, and he's getting away scot-free because the newspapers and the television stations and the radio stations want him to be reelected, and they think that he can force a tax increase. And what that will do, if he tries to, there's not going to be a tax increase. I can tell you that with a degree of certainty, because that makes us even less competitive for job creation. So our state needs someone over there that will tell you the truth about the budgetary situation. There's not going to be extra money. What we're going to have to do is apply efficiencies up and down the line, and the efficiencies are going to happen here at this university, the same way as they are in other agencies of state government. And in elementary and secondary education, also, the governor cut over $50 million in elementary and secondary education this year by underestimating the average daily attendance, and he says he doesn't cut it. So the bottom line of it is we have tough times coming in Frankfort, and good managers can do something about that if they're truthful. There's not going to be any extra money.
Situation audited.